Today is a good day on the island of Sushi because today we have a very treasured and high visitor, and I'm not talking about our material girl, Mr. Nook. No. I am talking about Mr. Let Me Flip a Coin to decide on how hot I want to look today, Kicks. And with that, I think it is time to kick off today's build. Hey, and welcome to this video. My name is Nina, and today I am back with another video of our new quote-unquote new island milk, and I'm not sure what we're going to title this build. Not sure. It's another little harbour docks area, but it's more like an industrial one, I would say, because it's kind of bordering a more natural side, and then we have like these metal buildings, so no idea what I'm gonna title it, but we're here and we will enjoy this. So let's hop right into this build. You lot, I am feeling very weird today. I feel like I say it in every single video, but you will also have to hear me say it in every single video because I won't stop, because it's true. But we're starting with this river. We're gonna try to make it work with this build. I was initially gonna lead it into an actual harbor, you know, where we have this huge like lakeish kind of build with waterscaping, and I decided to go for the water pathing that we also used for the other harbor, so that we can actually have some boats, which Nintendo, if you're listening, my love, look, I have just an idea. Okay, if you were to click on some of the videos that, you know, big creators upload, so I'm not talking about myself, but like big creators, and who do tend to ask for stuff like, maybe, you know, if we get boats, can we maybe place them on water? Can we maybe go into the water without you patching it out after we find a glitch? Also, please keep the tree glitch in the game. Just a few ideas. If you would just to click on some of those videos and maybe listen to what people are saying for the next game, that will be lovely, my love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, there was enough saltiness today, I think. Again, I'm feeling a bit strange, but this is also my second time recording this. Here I'm checking back, by the way, back to the build, checking back how far the fake water should be away from the actual water so that it doesn't look awkward. So I try to walk the distance and see when the fake water isn't in the shot with the real water. You can still kind of peek it, you know, it's still kind of peeking through, but we will have some trees in between, so it's going to be hidden, and it's going to do quite nicely. I think it's just the right amount of space to have this little baby harbor be big enough, but also not too close to the actual water, you know? So we have the best of both worlds in the wise words of Hannah Montana. And I also had a little play. You can see the messed up little pier thingy to the left. I had a little play because I thought maybe we can actually interconnect it with the beach and have Able Sisters accessible. But you know me by now, I don't like the beaches, so we are still going to block them off. And I decided to shorten down the pier so that we don't need to have the beach accessible, because I can't be asked with that. But I still really like how that looks. And to the right here, we're also going to do another little dock thingy where we're going to have a house, which I imagine to be like a little fishing supply shop that is completely inaccessible. So they probably went out of business pretty soon, even before the pandemic started, because they probably didn't get any customers apart from those who maybe come out of the sea. So maybe you see, you know, an occasional Gulliver visit or a Gullivar visit. So yeah, but other than that, I think those are poor people and they should probably relocate, but I'm not letting them, so they, yeah, make with that what you will. What am I even going on about? Also, I might not have too much time to edit this because my lovely neighbors had another epiphany. They decided to make over another room. Apparently they are having renovations, so there will probably be tons of cuts in this video of me cutting out the drilling noises. But other than that, I think there won't be too much time for me to edit this because I had to wait all morning. I got up super early to record this voiceover, and then the bitches decided to drill into the wall continuously, and it sounds like someone's actually drilling right next to my left ear, which is really, really lovely. And then we had a little Wi-Fi outage, and my PC wouldn't start, which I didn't know that your PC was, you know, it was something that it had to have Wi-Fi. I thought it could also run without, but apparently it couldn't. Maybe it had to update, no idea. But now we're enjoying it. As I said in the beginning, lovely time, lovely, wonderful time. No idea. Also, so sorry that this is another very short build. I feel like because I'm feeling very inspired for this island, the designs just come to me a lot quicker than usually, and I tend to also sit on the designs, like the ideas for the designs a bit longer, because I started streaming again, so I'm working on 2 islands. I'm also playing The Sims occasionally, so I feel like I sit on an idea a lot longer before I actually execute it, compared to the previous islands. So they just, I don't know, it just doesn't take as long for me, apparently. But I think I am trying to make the video for Friday, if I can manage, because there's not a lot of time, and I have my first physio sessions on Friday afternoon, so I need to have it done by Thursday, and that's going to be interesting. But we will see. So yeah, let me also know what you prefer. Do you prefer those more Let's Play kind of longer videos? Or do you prefer the speed build videos? So where I not Let's Play in a sense of like me doing my dailies, but decorating in real time and me just kind of editing it together. Because I'd love to know. I think I've asked you before, but you know, opinions change. So let me know if they changed, because I'd love to take that into consideration, my love. I would indeed. But yeah, here we are, just, you know, playing with some items. Not much I can talk about. We also don't use as many items in these builds on this island, I feel like, than we used on previous islands, because I feel like it's all a bit more open because of the water pathing. You know, an area looks fuller than it actually is. There usually aren't too many items on the water on my island. And we also have the roads, which I also tend to keep quite, like, fairly open in my books. Open. I feel like it's a bit quicker also because I'm just not using as many items. That could also be the case, but I'm really enjoying it. I also really enjoyed that we don't really seem to have a clear color scheme. I was initially, you know, gonna go for that more nautical blue theme, but I think we also now have some reds, we have yellows, we have different colors, but I still think it looks really nice, and it does make it feel quite lived in and cheerful, which I'm really enjoying. It's nice to just maybe not worry too much about color palettes, even though we all know I'm a hot for cohesiveness. Yeah, well, we still love this, and I am really enjoying this island. But I'm also enjoying, you know, the more neutral color palettes. So I think everything's nice, but I think I'm just enjoying the change. That's probably the biggest thing, that, you know, from the more neutral codes and colors to the more colorful ones. I think I have babbled on for long enough, but you know, sometimes you have days where you don't really know what to talk about, and today's definitely one of those days. I have not had the best of sleeps. It was a bit of a weird night, because I was again woken up by my lovely neighbors having a nice little renovation session. So I really appreciate them for that. I am very much not capable of putting up an alarm to get up myself. So I appreciate them, you know, being responsible and doing that for me. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. And there you could just see me maybe but there you could just see like a little time skip where we had all the trees growing in, which I thought was kind of satisfying. Imagine it would just go that quickly in game. Or we could have like a polishing tool to just change the tree sizes. But again, I think we've had enough wishful thinking. Can you tell I'm feeling a bit weird and tired? Jesus. This is also why I'm recording this for the second time, because the voiceover for the first one was just really weird. I still kept the weird kicks montage because I have nothing else to say, but I'm still excited to have him on the island, so I had to share. But that's what we're going to go with. That's what we're absolutely going to go with. Also, please ignore that we're going to keep the roofs of all the buildings, you know, with the grass pathing for now. They will be filled in by the end, and we're going to do that in, like, towards the end of the build, I think. I did that and put up some pathing and some fencing and, you know, made the roofs look a bit nicer. I might also go in and add some more retro transportation stops. I just wasn't too sure just yet on how tall I wanted them to be, because I'm not sure if we're going to have anything behind the buildings that we built. So I think I will just wait and see what the next area is going to be that we're going to attach to this build. Yeah, really excited though. Really excited for this island. I'm also not really sure what the next build is going to be, because I'm feeling both city and rural, but no idea. So if you have any ideas, plop them down below. If not, I'm gonna come up with something anyways, because you know I want to progress with this island because I'm really excited about it. So I might just have a little Pinterest brainstorming session. I'm also really seeing like maybe something that goes towards the first entrance that we build. You know, we had the entrance video that I put up with the 2 iterations of one entrance, and I kind of really enjoyed the first iteration that we did, so we might also end up doing something along those lines. I think that could also look really nice. Maybe even starting from this, you know, road that we kind of started from between the trees behind this build, you know, in the little transitioning area between this build and the last build that we did, you know, where Renee's house also is. And here you can see me starting to get a bit more fussy with the ducks. Why was I going to say the ants? They are not insects, Nina. They are ducks. Can you stop? Anyways, I'm just gonna sprinkle in some, you know, some rock codes, and I wanted to block off the area that's too close to the beach, just so that you can't see the beach, because I don't like how the border looks, you know, next to the boats and stuff. And I'm also exchanging some of the dock codes for the, you know, the rope custom designs and stuff. And you could also see me place down a rope fencing. That is going to change though for the final tour. You will see that, because I actually decided, or did I actually put it in the final tour? I might not even have it put it in the final tour. You might also see it in the next build then. But I put the rope fencing kind of onto the water so that it looks like it's coming out of there. I'm just telling myself that that makes complete sense. It's mainly for the reason that you will actually get to move around a bit more on the dock, because I feel like you didn't really have an actual viewpoint of the area that we just decorated, and I don't really like that, because I usually approach an area so that, you know, you imagine this area as like a painting or like a picture, and then you try to find one point that you're going to stand on, and you're going to work around this frame or inside of that frame and make that look like a nice photo that you could potentially take. But with this build, I completely ignored that. I'm not sure why. I just kind of started building, so it's really difficult to get all of this build into one shot because it's quite wide. You could get the harbor and the docks in like one photo, but then you're missing out on the foliage to the left, which I think is kind of a shame, because I like how that's kind of framing in and sectioning off this harbor. I really like the contrast between the more nautical vibes and the very natural overgrown stuff. I'm just really enjoying that. The greens with the blues, you know, all the pops of blues that we have, and the browns. I'm just really in love with this color palette, which also, I mean, we have used a similar color palette, even though I said that we don't really have one, but we have used a similar color palette on Drops, you know, the abandoned city that we have built before. One of the, I think it was the 3rd island that we did on this channel, the Post-apocalyptic city, I think I titled it. And I don't know, it was a very similar color scheme, but I feel like I'm just a bit freer with this one, or I'm just approaching it a bit freer because no one did put restrictions on me when I built up Drops. But I feel like I'm waffling on about weird stuff again, because I don't know really what to talk about, because it's just me, you know, building up some buildings in a very short build. So yeah, that's that. But I just really like how it looks, and I also had to call rescue services, which, can I just say, I think it is so sad that Rossetti only got that tiny role. I'm not sure if that's an unpopular opinion, because, you know, he was kind of like a pain in the ass in Wild World. For any of you who didn't play Wild World, Rossetti was a little mole. Was he a mole? I think he was a mole. Kind of popping out in front of your house, you know, out of the ground, whenever you forgot to save your game or couldn't save your game. And he would basically lecture you on why you should save your game, because your progress will get lost if you didn't. And the more you forgot to save or decided not to save, he would get more and more aggressive with you. And I was actually terrified of him when I was smaller, when I was younger. But I think it's still kind of sad that we don't have him in this game more. What was that sentence? I just swallowed like so many words. I just think it's really, really sad that we don't have him in this game anymore, even though I'm not sure, because maybe if we use rescue services, I know that there's like a figurine of a Rossetti. I'm not sure when you get it though, but I think it's still kind of sad because I don't know, I think the music also that's playing when you call for rescue services, an iteration of that was also playing when he would pop up in front of your house in Wild World and earlier games. So I'm actually not sure in which games he was. I just played Wild World before New Horizons. But really sad, really, really sad. But I feel like I have been blabbering on for way too long because we are already at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, my love. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it somewhat inspiring. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you would maybe find the like button, the thumbs up button, and smash it. Smash it into the abyss. No idea why I just said it that way. And maybe subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We'd love to have you here. And without further babbling, I'm gonna leave you now with a montage of this finished project, my dear. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I am going to see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.